Today we are going to be harvesting this 1938 four-door Buick. So it's another lovely day here with the wind blowing like a banshee, so hopefully you can hear me all right. But it's warm, and that's something I should value these days in December. Anyway, take a look here. This one is in pretty decent shape. The deck lid's a little dinged up. Back left fender's a little banged up, but the main body is in pretty good shape. I mean, you can't expect too much with these fenders when it's, 80 years old? 85? Something like that. So let's have a look inside. So we've got the original interior is still all here. There's an interior for another vehicle inside of this. Hey, look at that tire. That is a nice tire. I wonder if that'll fit any of my rims. And I wonder if the tire company will actually put it on. But this radio, I think I was told that this radio actually goes to a different vehicle. Don't know if it works either, of course. I'm operating under the assumption that nothing really works. However, this is what we've got today. And I've taken the time today to make a few changes on some things on how I'm towing after the devastation I experienced yesterday with the Tempest. But I will be being a little bit more careful. I wasn't really not careful. I've loaded cars with that bar down before and I never had a problem with it, but the Tempest was a little too low. I only missed it by an inch upon further inspection. Anyway, I had aired up the tires. 3 of the tires took air on this yesterday, but this one has the sidewall blown out. It was actually airing up the tube, but obviously it couldn't raise the car because the tube wanted to blow out the side. But the front tires hold some air. I'm going to air them back up because they've probably bled off. And I also helped my compressor. I repaired the hose on it, so it should be easier to air these things up now too. This one looks like it still held air. It did. Nice. Get a little bit more in there. I'll be putting my forks under the rear axle along with a chain mounted low so that it doesn't damage the bumper or any body paneling. And then I will be lifting up the rear and pulling it forward. Well, backwards, I should say. Anyway, I want to show you a couple little improvements I made. So here's my hoist. I keep calling it a hoist. I don't know why the word is just evading me of what it is actually. But I mounted it on originally backwards, I think. I think you're supposed to have a hole through the other side of it to mount this, but doesn't matter. I've been, if you can see in there, I have been just pulling it. You can see the notches that have ground into it. Originally, I took this, I mounted all this just so that I could get a 1937 Ford Coupe a long time ago, well, a couple years ago. And then I just left it on my trailer. And I never did this. I was never expecting to do anything like this, so I just kind of half-assed it. But now that I've been doing a lot more of this, I'm concerned about damaging this or ruining it. Don't judge my welds here. The wind was blowing and I had to weld outside because I have cars in my shop now. But I think this will be a good improvement, at least on the longevity of this. Okay, so here we are with my little compressor. I fixed the fitting right there to stop it from leaking. All I had to do was cut it back and reapply it. I didn't realize that that's some kind of a crimp or clamp that they put on there, but you just twist it on really hard. Anyway, this tire seems to have held air as well, but I wanted to show you how I am doing things with the battery. So it's a 12-volt system, and I'm just sticking these in here. I actually found these like this, so somebody tinked around with this at some point and did the same thing, but got my terminals in there, and honestly, what I've been thinking about doing, I'm not sure if the wire's heavy enough, but I have one of those Milwaukee heated vests, heated hoodie, used one, old one, that I won't be using anymore. And I thought about pulling the plug out of there and using that conversion, because the problem with doing it this way, I've done this a lot of times with different things, is if you run these batteries down all the way, they will ruin the battery. It won't take a charge anymore. So you got to be careful of doing that. When things start getting sounding weak, pull the battery and go charge it. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Seems to be alive, taking some air, doing a much better job than yesterday. I don't even know if you can hear me. Anyway, I'm going to air these up, and then you can watch me move this car. Got the tire airing up. Just wanted to show you real quick the engine. This big, beautiful straight 8 in this sucker. Unfortunately, no air cleaner on it, so who knows what's down in there, but don't worry, we will take the time to clean this out at some point.
Oh, I've gotta watch out, so you'll never know how much I love you. And I've gotta close up all the hubba like a clam. If you ever found out all the dreams that I am dreaming of you would think that I'm a wolf, and it's not I'm such a wolf, it's just you're such a lamb. Oh, I've gotta think twice when we're dancing so my arms won't crush you. And I've gotta be nice so the door into your heart won't slam. So I worry and I fret, for if once I should forget and rush you would think that I'm a wolf, and it's not I'm such a wolf, it's just you're such a lamb.
I hope you can hear me. It's getting windier and windier, but at any rate, we got it on there. So, got a little bit of space left. I'll find something else to throw up there. If it's something interesting, I'll let you know. But yeah, looks good when it's up on tires, doesn't it? And then, this definitely helped. So, it just made the whole process go a little bit better, a little bit smoother, not as much resistance. I actually decided I'm going to load this one also. It should be a 62 Triumph Convertible. I got another one here. Obviously, one's better than the other, but to be honest, this isn't that great a shape either. But between the two of them, I should be able to get them running and driving. Don't know if I'd want to go for a full resto on these, but I mean, it's a nice little convertible. I really don't know anything about them at all. So if you know something, go ahead and leave a comment below. But yeah, it's not my favorite style of car, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know. But like I said, between the two of them, I should have almost all the parts. So I'll probably put the best of the best into one, and then I will sell the parts off afterwards, after I get rid of the vehicle, because whoever wants the vehicle will potentially want the parts as well. But I think I can get my forks underneath this one. I don't need to pull it. So let's see what happens. All right, there we go. So we got our Triumph on there and our Buick. I'm glad I was able to get this one on here, and glad I was able to just lift it without having to use the hoist. I'm not so sure about using my hoist on the second vehicle coming up, just because I don't want to damage anything underneath the initial vehicle. So I've been trying to keep it to where I put on the first one with the hoist, and then I leave things laying around that I can just pick up with the skid steer and put on there. So now I know the second one will be able to go on there like that too. So anyway, there we have it. A couple of vehicles. I'm going to load up the back of my truck with some loose stuff and be on my way to the shop. If you want to keep watching, follow along, subscribe, make a comment. Today was much better than yesterday. I'm glad I had no incidents. Hopefully we can continue things that way. Alright, catch you on the next one.